Hello, I'm Bronwyn from Red Kangaroo Books, and today we are in beautiful Larrakia Country, Darwin, at the Writers' Festival 2022, and today we are talking to Leonie Norrington, young adult author extraordinaire. Welcome, Leonie.
Thank you.
So, Leonie, your latest book is The Last Muster. And if someone comes into the bookstore and wants to buy the book and ask me, what is it about? What shall I say to them?
It's an adventure story. It's an adventure story set in the Kimberleys amongst Bunuba and settler families. It's set on a cattle station and... there's the cover. It's set on a cattle station, and really it's about love. It's about love of the land, the way the two families both connect with and really love the landscape, love living there, love being the kind of people that they are. But it's also about their histories and how those two different histories come together to make them who they are and change the way that they are on that landscape. For one family, the landscape, the history of Jundamara, and all of those really important things change the land physically, change them physically. For the other family, they just have this deep longing and connection with the land. But they're two totally different connections which ultimately both work together, I think.
Yeah, and I remember when you came to our bookstore last year, you mentioned something which I thought was very really important, was how you never saw yourself in books as a child growing up, and that once you read a book about, I think it might have been a girl on a cattle station, and she got up early in the morning and she went to the horses and felt the breath of the horse on her hand, and that's when you went, that's me.
That's right. Yes. That was the first time that a book has ever really caught me. Like the character was doing something that I had done. And so it dragged me into that story. And I wanted that for my children. I wanted that for all of the kids who are growing up in the Territory, because we really don't see ourselves. We always see ourselves like people say, oh, I went out there and it's the middle of nowhere. You think, nothing is the middle of nowhere. You know, this is country that's owned and people live on it. It's not ever the middle of nowhere. It's somebody's place. And so I wanted to... I started writing books because I wanted to write books that were from the inside, from us speaking about ourselves, from the place of ordinariness, not from the place of exotica. Just to say, this is us, this is how we live, and to invite our children to enjoy themselves in literature rather than always looking elsewhere.
Wonderful. And you've obviously had some really great news about your one of your first series that you wrote quite a while ago, the Barrumbi Kids, is that how you say it?
The Barrumbi Kids,
the Barrumbi Kids,
yeah.
Yes. And it's been turned into a televised series, or it already has been?
It has been. It's turned into a television series. It's just in the final edits now, and it's coming out in November this year.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, I know, it's wonderful.
You know, I always find when there's a series based on a book that it renews interest in the book, and we get quite a few sales from that. So it's fantastic.
Hopefully.
For you as well.
Well, I think the funny thing about the television series, in the book, there's all sorts of very exciting things happen. The kids get caught in a fire, they get chased by a crocodile, all of these things that you can't do on TV because you can't put actors in that much danger. So the book, I think, is still very relevant. It's not going to, you know, the television series is not going to surpass the book. They'll sit alongside each other, which I think is really good.
So thank you so much, Leonie, for sharing a bit about The Last Muster, and obviously the exciting news of having your book going into film, the stories being sold in film, which is also very exciting.
It is.
And your book, The Last Muster, and the Barrumbi Kids are available at Red Kangaroo Books, at our bricks and mortar store, and also online. And the link to our online store is under this video. So thank you.
Thank you.
And goodbye.